In this video, I'm going to show you how to track Shopify sales on Google Sheets. Unfortunately, since Shopify doesn't let you do this automatically by default, what we need to do is use a third-party automation tool. Don't worry though, it is completely free and very easy to set up. The first thing that I want you to do is click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Make platform. Once you've clicked on the link, this is the page you are going to see. From here, you want to go to the navigation panel on the left-hand side, and in here you will find scenarios. Simply click on it. Now, you'll be taken to the page wherein you will be asked how you want to create your first scenario. If we click on the Open Scenario Builder, this will take us to the page wherein we can start creating our scenario from scratch. However, if you click on Browse Templates, this will take you to the Public Templates page wherein you can choose from one of the pre-made automations. Now, the first thing that we want to do is we want to head over back to scenarios. And in here, we just want to simply click on Open Scenario Builder since we want to create our scenario from scratch. Now you will be greeted with a big plus sign. Simply click on the plus sign and on the right hand side, you will see all of the applications or what we call as modules. The first thing that we want to do is we want to add a trigger and then an action. For the trigger, what we want to do is we want to add Shopify, and to do that, you want to head over to the search bar here below, simply click on it, and then search for Shopify. Now you want to go to the very top where it says Shopify and be sure that on the right hand side it says verified. Simply click on it. Now in here, we want to go to the trigger section, and then what we want to do is we want to click on watch orders. On the right hand side, it will ask you to add a connection, and to do that, you want to go to the right hand side where it says add and then simply click on it. In here, we want to click on the drop down for connection type, and then we want to click on Shopify. Now you will be asked to add a connection name. You can leave it as is, but on the subdomain, we want to head over to Shopify. And in here, you want to go to the navigation panel on the left hand side, and on the very bottom, simply go to settings. Under settings, you will see that on the top and the left-hand side where your navigation panel is, you will see your store as well as the domain here below. Simply highlight the whole domain and then press Ctrl C to copy or just right click to copy. Now we can head over back to Make. On Make, what you want to do is on the subdomain, simply paste your domain in here. Now, it is only asking for the subdomain, and the instructions here below is that you have to remove .myshopify.com. To do that, simply highlight .myshopify.com and then delete. Once that's done, you want to go to the bottom and the right-hand side and then click on Save. As you can see, we have successfully created our connection. And then on Watch By, you want to make sure that on the drop-down, you have creation date selected. On the order limit, you can add a maximum number of orders retrieved per one execution. I will keep it as 2. And make sure output line items are ticked to yes, and line items limit, you can add a number between 1 to 250. Once you're done, just go to the bottom and the right-hand side and then simply click on Save again. Choose where to start, make sure from now on, and then on the right-hand side, simply click on Save. As you can see, we have successfully added Shopify as our module. The next thing that we want to do is we want to add Google Sheets. So simply go to Shopify and on the right-hand side, click on the plus sign to add another module. That module will be Google Sheets. Now, if you can't find Google Sheets, again, on the very bottom for the search bar, we can simply search for Google Sheets. Now, on the very top where it says Google Sheets Verified, be sure to click on that. And in here, we want to go to rows. Under rows, we want to simply click on add a row. And in here, you will be asked to create a connection again. So simply go to the bottom and the right-hand side and then click on add. On the right-hand side, we will be asked to add a connection name. I will leave it as is, but on the bottom and the right-hand side, simply click on sign in with Google. Now you will be taken to a different tab wherein you have to choose an account to continue with Make. Once you have successfully added a connection, you will see it within the dropdown. Now, the next thing that we want to do is you want to go to search method, and in here, you want to make sure that you search by path, and then on the drive, you want to select the drive in which has your Google Sheet in it. Mine would be my drive, and then you want to head over to spreadsheet ID. But before that, I want to show you my Google Sheet. And this is called My Shopify Data. Be sure to remember what your sheet is named. Now, I have here a few headers for one row. You can simply copy how my headers look like, or what you can also do is make something that is similar to this one. We can plot this out later on, so it doesn't matter if you copied this or not. Now we want to head over back to Make, and in here, just simply click here to choose File, and then search for your sheet name. You will see that it will look into your drive, and on the very bottom, you should see your sheet name. I will simply click on Shopify Data. Now you want to select the sheet name that you have. Mine would be Shopify Sales. And do make sure that on the table contains headers, this is ticked to yes. Now, as you can see, the headers that I have on my sheet, it will automatically set as the value. Now, if you don't have any header, it will show it as blank, but it wouldn't matter since what we are going to do today is map out the values. And to do that, simply click on the blank space on the first column. And on the right hand side, you will see all the field types. Now for order ID, we want to simply drag and drop ID. To do that, head over to ID, hold, and then drag into the blank space. On the date, I just want to simply go to created at, you will see right in here, simply drag and drop right into the blank space. For the customer, you want to add the name, so simply go to name, drag and drop. Now, let's say if you can't find any of these fields right in here, what you can do is on the very top, you just want to search for items. And let's say we want to search for email next. And then once you do that, it will pop up. So on the email, I just want to simply drag and drop to the blank space for email. On the product, what you want to do is you just want to search for product. In here, I just want to add the product ID, drag and drop. For quantity, you want to search for quantity, drag and drop again, and for the total, I just want to add the amount under total price set, so drag and then drop. And once you have successfully mapped the values, what we want to do is we want to go to the bottom and the right hand side and then simply click on Save. And as you can see, we have created our first automation. To make sure that this works, you want to go to the bottom and the left hand side and then simply click on Run Once. As you can see, it has a checkmark for Shopify. It means that it can successfully read Shopify. However, on the right-hand side, you will see that it doesn't have the same for Google Sheets. And if you go to your sheet, it won't update the values. And the reason for that is there isn't a new order that was created during this time. Now, what we can do is add a fake order or add a test order. And to do that, let's head over back to Shopify. Now, in here, we want to view our online store. Since we want to create a fake order or a test order, simply go to online store, hover, and on the right-hand side, click on the eye. Now, this will look different for each and every one since we do have different themes for our website. So I just want to add a product and buy it now and add a fake info. Now for the credit card, we want to simply click on one, expiration date, a random number, and for the security code, let's just do 123. Simply click on Pay Now. And then once it has been confirmed, we can now head over back to Make. In here, you just want to go to the bottom and the left-hand side and then click on Run Once again. And as you can see, it has successfully added the information on the Google Sheet. Now, if we head over back to Sheet, you will see that it has successfully added our order. And if you go back to Make, you will see that it already has a check mark. And that's about it. That's how to track Shopify sales on Google Sheets. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.